With old school RuneScape coming to the Steam gaming platform, there is no doubt in my mind that more players will try out the game, whether they are new players or old returning players. In this video, I'll be going over the best items that you can invest in for this update so that you can make some bank. Leave a like if you enjoy, and let's get into it. Disclaimer, before we begin, this is my own personal opinion and analysis of these items. You are responsible for doing your own analysis on any item before you invest into it, and I take no responsibility for any gains or losses you may incur from buying the items mentioned in the video. The first, and what I believe will be the most profitable item, is the Granite Hammer. Now, currently, the Granite Hammer is trading for around 215 to 230k, and during the old school RuneScape mobile release, which obviously brought a huge influx of players, the Granite Hammer went all the way to 3 million GP each. I believe there is a strong upside to investing in the Granite Hammers, as the player influx will likely increase the demand for the hammers, but I don't think it's going to be as significant. I like the Granite Hammer because of its previous returns, as well as it being the best in-slot one-handed weapon to level with on newer accounts, and with new players coming into the game, demand will be higher for the Granite Hammer. Another item which I think has some upside potential with OSRS coming to Steam is the Amulet of Fury. The Amulet of Fury is one of those essential items that new accounts pick up for combat leveling, and with the Amulet of Fury currently trading for around 1.4 million GP, there is no doubt in my mind that this one is a good deal. The price of the Onyx and the Onyx jewelry have been beaten down significantly due to the Tackle bot farm that has come alongside of the Twitch Prime events. And while I normally don't recommend investing in heavily botted items because they tend to be very speculative and subjective investments, in my opinion on this one, it's a little bit different because we know something in the future could easily affect the price of the Furies in a positive direction. So my opinion is that the Amulet of Fury seems like a safe bet overall due to its sheer usefulness for new accounts. This could raise the price of the Onyxes overall, and likely will, and I think that this event with OSRS coming to Steam will kick off the price recovery for the Onyx jewelry. The next item which I think has some good opportunity is the Berserker Ring. The Archer's Ring would be good for this as well, but I have more confidence in the Berserker Ring, and I think it will have a little bit larger of a price run. Now, during the OSRS mobile release, Berserker Rings went all the way from 3.1 mil to 4.4 mil within a week of the mobile launch. I think that the price hike on this item was greater than the Granite Hammers, as the Berserker Rings have less overall volume than the hammers, and most players imbue their Berserker Rings in Nightmare Zone, which makes them untradeable. This means that many players who buy them won't be looking to sell them anytime soon, which is a huge positive in my eyes for short-term demand, as there will be more purchase offers than selling offers. Berserker Rings are another item new players will try to get their hands on while they train up their account, and since their volume is lower than the other items we've talked about on this list so far, there is potential for even more upside on the Berserker Rings than any other item we've talked about. The next item I'd like to point out is the Infinity Boots, and similar to the Amulet of Fury, the price of the Infinity Boots has dropped drastically due to the recent Twitch Prime events in RuneScape. While Infinity Boots only went from 1.2 mil to 1.4 mil after the release of Old School RuneScape Mobile, this flip is a little bit different because the 4-hour buying limit is 125 every 4 hours. This makes the investment really easy for players with bigger banks to invest into, as they don't have to make too many accounts to actually buy up the item, and they can enter the trade a lot quicker and exit it a lot quicker. This one I only recommend for players who have extreme bank, because that means they can actually leverage the investment properly, and I think they'll just be able to take advantage of it better. While in this video so far, I have recommended primarily gear-related items as they tend to have bigger returns, I wanted to recommend the Dragon Bones as a potential investment as well, as to me it seems like one of the safest investments out of the ones we have talked about so far. When Old School RuneScape Mobile was released, Dragon Bones went from 2.7k to 3.1k in a few days. I like the Dragon Bones as an investment because the price of the Dragon Bones is already extremely cheap right now, trading at under 2k each. I think this makes the Dragon Bones an even more appealing method for players who are looking to train prayer, as it's already a cheaper option than it has been in the past. You don't progress your combat stats when you start RuneScape without progressing your prayer to some extent, which gives me a high confidence in this trade. Keep in mind that I did not talk about certain times to buy or sell these investments, or for the price points that you should sell or buy your investments, and that is because I do not want to encourage joint merching behavior. As much as I'd like to talk about specific price points and times to buy, I do not think that coincides with Jagix's in-game rules, so I will not be doing that. Let me know in the comments below your investment ideas for old school RuneScape coming to Steam, and let's discuss some investment ideas that I may have missed in the video. Be sure to check us out on Discord using the link in the description below. We have a Discord of over 1,600 members, and we discuss item flipping and old school RuneScape money making all day long, and we'd love to have you join. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.